Very bad weather here. Aggregate demand and related concepts. We have finished the lesson. Now you will have to do some problems on that. Okay. So what is aggregate demand, Siddharth? What is aggregate demand?
Ma'am, aggregate demand refers to the total value of final goods and service which all the sectors of an economy are planning to buy at a given level of income during a period of one accounting.
Repeat, Siddharth. Siddharth,
Yes, ma'am.
repeat.
Ma'am,
Repeat the answer.
aggregate demand refers to the total value of final goods and services which all the sector of an economy are planning to buy at a given level of income.
Yeah, without that particular thing that is at a given level of income, your answer is incomplete, isn't it? The total value of final goods and services which all the sectors of an economy are planning to buy at a given level of income. So, aggregate demand, you can say aggregate demand is equal to what? Naman Soni? Aggregate demand is equal to Naman? Saira Mishansh? Naman, can you hear
Ma'am,
me?
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, aggregate demand is equal to
That consumption demand plus investment demand.
and that you said is correct, but aggregate demand is equal to something else also.
Ma'am, GDP.
Aggregate demand, yeah, is equal
Aggregate
to
expenditure.
aggregate expenditure. Aggregate demand is equal to aggregate expenditure because you know you have to spend money. Buy all goods and services, you have to spend money. That was the first equation we have seen in this particular chapter. The first equation we have seen was aggregate demand is equal to aggregate expenditure. And that expenditure includes, Harshi, aggregate expenditure includes
Expenditure of all four sectors like household, firm, government, and rest of the world or abroad.
very good. That means this expenditure includes many kinds of expenditure like household, the expenditure made by the household, then the expenditure made by the business firm, expenditure made by the government, and expenditure made by the foreign sector also. So there are four important components of this total expenditure. But here we assume that we are working in a what kind of economy?
Two sector.
Two sector economy, which includes what, Priyanshu? Which includes
Household and funds.
household and business firm. So we know there are four kinds of expenditure, like there are household expenditure, then expenditure by the business firms, then government expenditure and expenditure from the foreign sector, that means export and import, that is net. What is the net of that export minus import? So these four components are there in aggregate expenditure. But here we assume that for making it simple, we will assume that we are working in a two-sector economy. So the first two components only we will take, that is private consumption expenditure, that is expenditure by the household, and the investment by the business firm. These are the two terms we assume to have in our economy. On the basis of that, you have seen, you have studied what is aggregate demand, What is aggregate supply? Isn't it? What is aggregate demand you have seen? What is aggregate supply you have seen? You have seen APC, average propensity to consume, average propensity to save, marginal propensity to consume, marginal propensity to save. All these things you have seen in very detail, including the graphical representation you have seen. Now we will do the problems related to this particular concepts, that is aggregate demand and related concept. So here you should be ready with the equation when I ask. So without knowing the equation, you cannot do the problems. Okay. So my first question was aggregate demand is equal to what? Aggregate expenditure. So that is what in the first case we have seen this aggregate demand can be equal to aggregate expenditure. That is why aggregate expenditure means what? Aggregate expenditure means total expenditure. That means what? Come on.
The C plus I plus G plus X minus M.
Okay, what you said it in very detail, but we assume that we are in a two-sector model. So what do you take in this case?
C plus I.
C plus I. So aggregate demand we will take as C plus I. Okay. So here we will see. I said aggregate demand that is the total demand of the country that can be equal to, that is equal to aggregate expenditure. This is the first thing that you have studied. Aggregate demand is equal to aggregate expenditure because this is the total of all final goods and services. Complete all final goods and services.
Yeah.
Complete sentence. The value of final goods and services which all the sectors of the economy are planning to buy. Planning to buy. So for buying it, we need some expenditure. So aggregate demand is equal to aggregate expenditure. So this is the first equation you have seen. And this expenditure means expenditure made by the household and the business firm only in this case. So there are other expenditures also, that is expenditure by the government and the foreign sector that we will call as net export. That is also their net export is denoted by X. But these two we don't take into consideration because we assume that we are working in a two-sector economy. So this can be put like this. The equation is AD is equal to, yeah, AD is equal to aggregate expenditure. When we work in a two-sector model, what is the equation?
C
AD
plus
is
I.
equal to
C plus I.
C plus I. I want somebody else also to give the answer. AD is equal to, I know there are many smart children in the class. Please give the answer. Aggregate demand is equal to C plus I, that is consumption expenditure plus investment expenditure. Consumption expenditure plus investment expenditure. All these equations you should keep in mind because if in every problem the equation will, according to the type of the question, this equation you have to apply will be different. Aggregate demand is equal to C plus I. That you have seen. Then the next term we have studied is aggregate supply. What is aggregate supply?
Y
Disaggregate supply without wasting time. Yeah.
equals to Y, ma'am, in national income.
Aggregate supply is equal to national income. Very good. So aggregate demand is equal to aggregate expenditure and aggregate supply is equal to Y, that is national income. Why it is equal to national income? Because it is the total output of goods and services in an economy. What is aggregate supply? The total output of goods and services in an economy is known as aggregate supply. So that is equal to national income. So our next equation is AS is equal to Y. And you know this income is, yeah, complete my sentence. The national income is complete the sentence.
Consumption
Either,
plus
yeah, very good. Consumption plus, I couldn't hear.
consumption plus savings.
Consumption plus saving. Y is equal to C plus S. Isn't it? Don't by heart any equation. Understand the logic behind it. National income is either consume or save. So Y is equal to C plus S. So you can in a way say that we can write here the next equation, that is aggregate supply is equal to C plus S. Aggregate supply is equal to C plus S. This is one equation. This is another equation. You know how this equation has come. AD is equal to A. That is why C plus I. All the type of expenditure together. So here two sectors, so C plus I. AS is equal to national income. Y is equal to C plus S. So AS is equal to C plus S. Now, we write all these equations. You have to have a notebook and pen with you because you are going to do the problems. I will check the notebook also. Next, you have the next term you have studied is the very important term, yeah, APC. That is, what is that? What is the full form of APC?
Average propensity to consume.
Average propensity to consume. What is the equation for average propensity to consume?
1 minus MPC.
The initial that you have studied, the initial equation was C upon income. C upon income. That is APC, average propensity to consume. You always bear in mind, income is the basis of both consumption and saving. Income acts as a base for consumption and saving. So what is APC? APC is equal to consumption upon income. Consumption upon income, that is APC. Now we will come to APS, that is average propensity to save. Okay, Siddharth, what is the equation for APS?
Ma'am, S upon Y.
Yeah, without thinking, you have to, it is base. There is you don't have a second thought for that. Base should be on income. This means how much of your income you have saved. This means how much of your income you have consumed. So APS is equal to S upon Y. And this is C upon Y. Y is the national income. Isn't it? So here you can form a formula that is APC is equal to, from these two. Now only the thing come. APC is equal to, I'm writing, yeah,
1 minus APS.
1 minus APS. 1 minus APS. Write all these things in this order itself. Okay, APC is equal to 1 minus APS. Why? What is 1? The total national income. The total national income is depicted as 1 year. That 1 minus how much you save is equal to how much you consume. So what is the meaning of this particular equation? APC is equal to 1 minus APS. That means from the total income, what you save, if you deduct, you will get APC. I hope you have written all these equation. Can I clear the board?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you written all these equation? So what is
Yes,
APC?
ma'am.
What is APC? Ishansh, what is APC? What is APC?
Average propensity to consume.
What is the equation for that?
Consumption upon income.
Consumption upon income, or else you can say APC is equal to 1 minus APS. APC is equal to 1 minus APS. 1 minus APS. Why? What is the reason? 1 is the total income. If you deduct from the total income what you consume, you will get the saving. If you deduct what you save, you will get the consumption. Is this two clear? Is these
Yes,
two
ma'am.
equations clear?
Yes, ma'am.
APS is equal to 1 minus APC and APC is equal to 1 minus APS. Okay. Now we will move to MPC and MPS. What is the full form of MPC? Karthik,
The marginal propensity
what is
to
MPC,
consume.
Karthik?
Marginal propensity to
Yeah,
consume.
you have seen our yeah, very good. You have seen our average propensity to consume. This is marginal propensity to consume. You have seen in microeconomics also in very detail, marginal always means the change, the addition. So what will be the equation for that? Make it fast, Karthik.
Ma'am, consumption upon income.
Change in better.
Change
This is
in
not,
consumption upon change
this
in
is
income.
F. Change in consumption upon change in income. Always in marginally, this M is there, it will delta C upon delta Y will come. Change in consumption upon change in income. So you complete this also. What will be MPS then? What will be MPS? For the equation of MPS, change in saving upon change in income. Change in saving upon change in income. So if you know what is APC and what is APS, what is the problem with MPS and MPC? You know what is APC? APC is consumption upon income. And you know what is APS? That is saving upon income. Is these two things clear? What is MPC? MPC is the change in consumption upon change in income. This is the total and this is the change. And what is MPS? Change in saving upon change in income. Bear in mind all these. I think we have all these things, but I am reviving for the problem, for the purpose of doing the problem. Now, this MPC and MPS is equal to
Equal
MPC
to 1
plus
minus
MPS is equal to
1.
1. MPC plus MPS is equal to 1. As here you have said, APC plus APS is equal to
What?
APC, that is also is equal to 1. That is the total national income. Here the increased income, the change in income, total change in income. The total increased income or change in income is equal to MPC plus MPS. As you said, APC plus APS is equal to 1. Here also MPC plus MPS is equal to 1. So what can you write? MPC is equal to 1 minus MPS. So write in this order itself. MPC is equal to 1 minus MPS and MPS is equal to 1 minus MPC. Very easy to remember all these things if you know the concept. Why this so? Because MPC plus MPS is equal to the income. So MPC is equal to 1 minus MPC and MPS is equal to 1 minus MPC. Write all these things. Is it over? Write it. You may get it in your textbook. Then also, if you don't write, you will not be able to recollect it. How many equations you have seen? And all based on one or two concepts. To be more clear, only the same concept, that is consumption plus saving is equal to income. Consumption plus saving is equal to income. It's based on that. Okay. So another equation you have seen, consumption equation, that is function for consumption. Consumption function equation. Consumption function equation. Yeah, what is the consumption function equation? There is an equation for the consumption function and there is an equation for the saving function, and you have seen how you can derive the saving function equation from the consumption function equation. Also you have seen how you can derive the saving curve from the consumption curve. What is the consumption equation? Equation for consumption function. Come on, what is the equation for consumption function?
Ma'am, my C bar plus
Somebody else, Priyanshu, yeah, you know the answer, but I know. Yeah, consumption
Ma'am,
is equal to
C
C bar
bar.
plus ma'am B bar.
C bar plus B into Y. This is the equation for consumption function. This means that understand the meaning of every equation. This means that total consumption is autonomous consumption plus change in consumption. What is autonomous consumption? Autonomous consumption is that consumption which prevails even with a zero income. And this is the increased consumption. When the income increases, what also increases? Income increases, consumption also increases. So this is the induced consumption. The correct word is induced consumption, and this is the autonomous consumption. So the total consumption is equal to autonomous consumption plus induced consumption. What is induced consumption? With the change in income, how much you consume. Okay, so C is equal to C bar plus B into Y here. I'm not going into, revising it again. C bar is autonomous consumption and B here is what is B?
MPC.
Very good. Very good. B is MPC. Here, B means MPC. B denotes MPC. What is MPC? How much of the changed income you spend for consumption? B is equal to MPC. What does it mean? When you write B is equal to MPC, it means that this is the changed consumption on this changed income. Change the consumption on this changed income. Understood? So when this is the autonomous consumption, and when the income changes, how much is the change in the consumption? That is MPC. So B, you will get a point, you will get a number or ratio into the change in the income, then you will get the total consumption. So what is the equation for C? C bar plus consumption is equal to C bar plus B into Y. Now coming to saving function, the last equation in this chapter, what is the saving function? Equation for the saving function? Yeah,
Minus C bar plus
come
1
on.
minus B into Y.
Minus
Minus C bar plus 1 minus B into Y.
Yeah, because we are deriving from this. If consumption, autonomous consumption is there, that much your saving is getting negative. Minus C bar plus B into, 1 minus B into, 1 minus,
1 minus
B
B.
into 1. So here you have seen what is B. B is equal to marginal propensity to consume. And here in the saving function, in this way you have to multiply MPS into income. So if this is MPC into income, here you have to do MPS into income. So what is B is MPC, what is MPS? 1 minus B, because you have seen 1 is MPC plus MPS is equal to 1. So MPS is equal to 1 minus B. MPS is equal to 1 minus B. So in this case, in the saving function, 1 minus B denotes MPS, and here B denotes MPC. These are the equations you have to see. So write the first question. Write the first question. Calculate APC and APS from, I will check the notebook, so write it clearly and neatly. APC and APS from the following schedule. APS and APS from the following schedule. Income, 100, 300. 100, 100 and 300. Can you see my board clearly?
Yes, ma'am.
Then write consumption. 80, write the question, 80, 120 and 180. Income is given and consumption is given. What do you have to find out? APC and APS. That means average propensity to consume and average propensity to save. You have to find out. Now stop writing. Many of you know the answer. I know still. Listen to me. These are the two things you have to find out. APC and APS. You know what is APC? APC is equal to now. Somebody else, what is APC? APC is equal to?
Consumption.
What is the equation for APC? Yeah, consumption.
Upon income.
Consumption upon income. What is APS? Now don't do it. First listen to me, then afterwards you do. What is APS? Saving upon income. You are asked APC and APS. In this case, your total income is 100 and consumption is 80. So here you will make it for APC and here you will make a call for APC. So your APC is equal to 80 by 100, 120 by 200, 180 by 300, like that. It will go. And when you come to APS, what is the saving in the first case? What is the saving in the first case? Shrestha, can you okay? Shrestha has some problem with the.
Yes,
Shrestha,
ma'am.
okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Income is 100. Your consumption is 80. So what is your saving?
20.
Very good. So in this case, 20 on income. Income, there is no change in income. So 20 upon this income is your APS. And here what is the saving? If you have income 200 and consumption 120, what is the saving?
80.
Answer. What is the saving in the second case?
80.
80. So what will be APS? 80 upon 200. And here it is 120. So what will be the answer? 120 upon 300. So make it in a tabular form. Because you are given more than one number, it is always easy to make it in a tabular form. So in this case, the income is 100. Income is given as 100, 200 and 300. Many of you are not opening your mouth. When I ask question, please speak. Let it go wrong, no problem. Income you write, consumption you write. Next column you write the savings. Like this you do. Savings. Then you write APC, next column APC. And the last column you write APS. So here the income Y. Consumption is 80. Deepashi, are you able to follow?
Yes, ma'am.
120. 120. Better you were absent for many classes, and if you have any doubt, first read the book and you can contact me in my personal number. Okay, Deepashi?
Yes, ma'am.
But don't
Yes,
make it a
ma'am.
habit. You are in class 12 now. You have to be serious. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, beta. Do it. Consumption 80, 120, and 180. And this is savings. So, Deepashi, your income is 100 and you are consuming 80 means how much you are saving the difference? 20. And your income 200 and 120, how much you are saving? 80. 180, 300, 120. So you have all the concepts here. Now you put it in the formula. APC means consumption upon income. Consumption upon income. Yeah, tell me the answer. What do you get here? Give me the answer. Consumption upon income. 80 by 100. What is the answer? Naman, did you get the answer? Naman, Soni, did you get the answer?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the answer? First one, APC. What is the first APC? 0.8. How did you get it? Naman, unmute yourself and speak. Naman, Soni, unmute yourself and speak.
I'm 100 upon 80.
100 upon 80. And the next is 120 upon?
200 upon 80. 120 upon
Okay.
80.
Yeah, then the next is
180 upon 120.
180 upon 300. Total income. Total income is here. 100, 200, 300. Okay. 180 upon 300. So you will get the answer like 0.8, 0.6 and 0.6. Now moving to APS. You know the savings here and the income will not change. Income will not change. You have the savings here in this column and check the income. It is 100, 200 and 300. So 20 upon 100, 80 upon 200 and 120 upon 300. That's the answer. Okay, Priyanshu, 20 upon 100, 80 upon 200 and 120 upon 300. That will be the answer here. So what is the answer here? Tell me APS, first one. This, I think it is 0.2. It is given in the book actually. I will give you a question which is not in the book. And this is point.
0.2, 0.4, 0.4.
0.4 again, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So this way you will get the answer. Write the same kind of question, and I will ask randomly the answer. I cannot give you much time, okay, because this is a question. It's a very simple question, and you have to. I will randomly ask you to give the answer. So write the question. Calculate APC and APS from the following schedule. APS and APC from the following schedule. Income is given and consumption is given. Income is given again 100, 200 and 300. You are given a very simple number, round figure, not a difficult one. So do it very fast. Income is 100, 200, 300. Consumption given is 80, 120 and 150. and 150. What do you have to find out? APC and APS. Do it fast.
Ma'am, APC equals to 0.8, 0.6 and 0.5. And APS equals to 0.2, 0.4 and 0.5.
Yeah, let the others also do it. We'll give you 1 more minute for everybody. And do it in a, Priyanshu, do it by neatly, systematically, okay? So here the next column makes savings, income minus consumption, savings. And the next column APC and APS. Saving is 20, 120, and 150. Ishansh, did you get the answer of APC? Ishansh. Ishansh, are you there in the meeting? Are you there in the meeting, Ishansh? Karthik? Karthik? Harshi? Harshi Singh?
Ma'am, she is not there.
Shrestha? What
Yes,
answer?
ma'am.
Here, how much would you get? Beta Harshi was in the meeting. Now is she not there?
Ma'am, she is not in the meeting. No, ma'am.
Okay, better. She was there, but maybe she might have got left. This is 0.8 and this is point, and this is point. Come on.
Ma'am,
Hmm.
ma'am, you have written
you-
saving wrong of second one.
Sorry?
Ma'am, you have written wrong
Speak louder,
amount
beta.
of
Amount of what?
saving in second column, third column.
Okay, here, na?
It's
Savings.
ma'am, it's
Okay,
80
okay.
instead of
Saving
120.
column 20 minus.
It will be
Yeah,
80,
beta.
ma'am.
Yeah.
80.
Yeah, I have seen. Yeah, yeah. That these two, na, I have repeated, na. Yeah, that you check. That this one you see. APC. And here you write 80 and 150. This one I have written wrong. Here, what is the answer, Priyanshu?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the answer
Ma'am.
here?
Ma'am, 0.5.
0.5. So the answers are 0.8, 0.6 and 0.5. So here I have written it wrong. 100 minus 120. Here what do you have to write? 80. That means this both you should get here 150 plus 1. And now you will fill the column APS. Is Naman there in the meeting? Naman Soni there in the meeting?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
APS, what are the answers you got? Just to put it in the substitute in the formula 20 upon 100, 80 upon 200 and 150 upon 300. Okay, what is APS? This 20 upon income, this saving 80 upon income, and this 150 upon total income. And what are the APS you got? Don't take this much time. It's a very simple question. So if you have got the answer, please read it.
APS 0.2 in the first case.
Next, somebody else read the answer.
0.4.
0.4. Next,
0.2.
point.
False.
Is it
5. 0.5.
5? 0.5. Take your answer, Naman. No issue. If you make a mistake, no problem. But check your answer and write it again. This is APC and APS. We could do only one problem today. Okay. So this way you have to do calculate MPS, then MPC you have to calculate. Then what is the consumption, total consumption expenditure? What is the saving in the economy? On the basis of all those equations you have seen in the beginning of the class, I have shown you all the possible equations. In this particular chapter, in all these, whatever problem comes, whatever probable equations I have shown to you, if you learn all this, you keep in mind all this equation, any problem you can work out.